calling out Terence. Crawford said he even fight Errol Spence at 54, even though he lost. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications to go live or drop a video. So he said that he'll fight either one of them. My thing is this. He had an opportunity to jump in the WBO versus Bud. He didn't do it. He was honing down on Errol Spence IBF. His father said they don't care how they became champion. They just wanted the belts. So even though, you know, he was jumping in the IBF for Errol, he still was talking Bud, which made no sense when you could have just jumped up and been a WBO mandatory. So that's the number one argument people gonna make, and a lot of people just think he clout chased, especially after the interview he did with Wallow Gilly and, you know, Terence Crawford, right? When he called him and said, I've been calling you out for 5 years, and that bullshit ass call out. At the end of the day, his stock took a huge blow when Virgil Ortiz went down, and probably we don't even know when he gonna be back, if he gonna be back, or whatever the 411 is with that. So, but, you know, like I said before, he could have had an opportunity to get it in, and he didn't. You know, would it make, you gotta ask yourself, would it make sense for Terence Crawford or Errol Spence to fight him right now? No. You hate to say it, but he's the IBF interim champion. We'll see what they say. You know, Bud could be moving on to Errol Spence rematch at 54. He can move it on Jamel Charlo or Tim Tszyu Jamel Charlo, and there might be his last trio or 2 or 3 fights. You just never know. You know, Jaron Ennis is going to have to forge his own path, and it's going to be tough because a lot of the top names at 140 starting to get knocked off, and they were reluctant to come up to 147 because of the holdup. Virgil Ortiz is gone, so I mean, he's going to have to make his name off of fighting Keith Thurman. That's it. Bud don't fight Keith Thurman next. Bud could take that food off his plate, but it's all about risk and reward. And like Errol said about fighting Jaron Ennis, they ain't offered me nothing to fight Jaron Ennis. I ain't heard nothing. If the money right, I'll fight him. That's what they said. And then it's like, you know, I fight him, I beat him, what do I get? Nothing. So that's the predicament that he in. All them guys we spoke on that been here for a while, Keith Thurman been in that predicament, Errol been in that predicament, Bud been in that predicament. And ain't nobody come and bail them out. Keith didn't bail Errol out. Floyd didn't bail Keith out. And, you know, none of them bailed Terence Crawford out in a timely manner early in their career. So it's just something that he going to have to deal with. But he doing what he supposed to do, calling these guys' name out, attaching his name to those guys' name. And that's the name of the game. You know, Terence Crawford, BOK Prime reached out and they said they was loyal to Showtime. It ain't that they loyal to Showtime. They contractually obligated to Showtime. Well, I go get my ass whooped on BOK Prime or, you know, whatever happened over there, and then, you know, come back to Showtime and they help build us up and we lose or whatever. I mean, and then BOK Prime go out of business and we ain't got nothing lined up. So obviously it was a smart move on their behalf. In my opinion, that was a proper move on their behalf, honestly. Now, Showtime could have shot an offer over to Terence Crawford, so let's do an introductory fight. Terence Crawford said they never did that about Jaron Ennis or another fighter. So, like I said before, let's talk about the business of boxing. Just because one fighter screaming it don't mean that's the reality. Let's keep it 100. Just because one fighter screaming it don't mean that's the reality. You know, 1 minute he looked good versus Karan Cherkachan, the next, he looked bad versus Cherkachan, and then he fights somebody that stand in front of him, everybody jump back on his dick again. I told y'all, this is boxing. I predicted that very thing was gonna happen. Didn't know the opponent, but you predict the very thing that's gonna happen to him. You know it. So, you know, it is what it is. But I think he'll figure it out. You know, if he's good enough, I think he is good enough. I think he'll be a pound for pound type of fighter. If not, you know, reign pound for pound. You just got to have the opponents, and you just got to have the right politics on your side. So, but him calling them guys out is just strictly clout. But it's also what he's supposed to do. It's also what he's supposed to do. So, but realistically, them fights ain't gonna happen for him. You know it, I know it, everybody in Philly know it, and everybody know he ain't ready. They can talk about, well, this guy won't post a challenge to him. How do we know? Only Terence Crawford posted a challenge to him. Y'all saying that on the outside looking in. Let's keep it real. Y'all saying that on the outside looking in. He ain't fought no real top 10 guy. You can talk about Riyamon Vila, he barely beat it. You know, a lot of people didn't feel like he beat an inactive Rashidi Ellis. So we could talk about who top 10 and who not all day, but you know, it's a huge leap from Karen Cherkachin to Riyamon Vila, from them two guys to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman fight will be very interesting. It'll be very interesting. So, but there's levels to this, and it's a proper way to move up. And they designed to put, when how PBC and Showtime match make, they designed to put you in there with guys you're supposed to look good against, and they made a mistake on Karen Cherkachin. You notice they didn't come back with another fighter that can stick and move in front of Jaron Ennis. They found the guy that was going to stand there and take a beating. That's what they did. They found the guy that was going to stand there and take a beating to make him look good again and make the hype. But if they were smart, before he got in there with Keith Thurman, they'd put him in there with somebody else that's another fleet of foot mover. That's what they would do. But they match make so soft. In the long haul, they fighters don't benefit from it. But you know, Errol fighting him at this point would be what? Just for the benefit of me passing the torch? Just to stamp Jaron Ennis as the next guy up? No, he all about, I want to make some money. I'm in it for the money. Who got the most money? That's what he always say. Oh, he damn sure ain't in it for the glory. He in it for the bag. And hey, at the end of the day, I can't blame him. It was tough times. Real tough times. But like I continue to say, bro, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be super duper interesting to see, you know, how Jaron, you know, I think he get his bones, maybe hopefully get his bones at 54. You know, hopefully make his bones at 54. You know, that's what you're hoping for. That's what I'm only want to make some bones at 47, but Regis being reluctant to come up. Josh Taylor, he already lost his soul. You know, or Dennis Ugas, come on. Mario Barrios, Keith Thurman. Ain't nobody really there now. Division is officially cleared out. And at 54, a lot of them guys to move on, like Lubin. He kind of tinkered between 54 60. Unless he still got Lubin there, but mostly everybody gone. Austin Trout done moved on. Obviously, Canelo done moved on. J-Rock done moved on. Charlos, you know, for the most part, maybe they moved on, both of them. So, you know, Virgil Ortiz, you don't know what's gonna happen with him. Will he be the same? Will he fight again? Or what? Or what? So, Jaron Ennis might just have to start collecting belts, beat names, and hopefully a name rise out there for him. You know, he said he don't struggle to make 47, so, you know, so that'll be interesting. So he can make it for a long time, according to him. So we'll see. We'll see, but you know, it's gonna be hard to get them big fights there now. I mean, Keith Thurman the biggest name, and Keith Thurman looking to fight Bud next if Errol Spence don't slide and get that rematch. But they saying Errol gonna take the rematch now. So, you know, I don't think Errol got no way. They got no other choice but to do better than what he did. I don't see him doing worse than he did the first time. I just don't see that. I think he do better, but Jaron Ennis just got to be patient. You know, you got to hope guys like Gary and Sean Russell be successful, get belts, move up, and move that rivalry up in your direction. You know, you got to hope guys like T.O. and Devin, all them secure, be successful, maybe rise up to 47 or 54 and get some real competition there. So, I mean, it is what it is. We know realistically he's not getting both of them. You just attach your name to both those fighters to get that clout. I think he made the right decision in headlining and not fighting on Spencer Crawford undercard. I think that was the right decision for him to go be his own man. But if you're going to clout, you know, you should have probably been the co-feature. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop the video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good313, Venmo, CJ Good313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Link tree is in the link. Link tree is in the description. Hit the link, you find me everywhere. Peace.